We are at our final game of the year at Reindeer Games down in Fort Hood, Texas. And this is a game that everybody looks forward to every year. We're so fortunate to come out here on this beautiful day and play at Fort Hood. And we're very excited to be here. We're so stoked, and it's the end of the year for us.
Good morning. Good morning. Y'all fired up to be here, what? Seriously? Okay. Biggest Reindeer Games ever. Thank you so much for spending your weekend with us. We're gonna have a kick-ass time.
I'm here at Fort Hood, American Milsim's Reindeer Games 18. Has been doing this event for like the past 10 years. This will be my 7th time at this AO. So we're using the Fort Hood mount sights of Boaz and Elijah for a Milsim game. We're about to have, the faction briefing's gonna go off here in just a minute. They're gonna have everybody rally up so you can see. I think there's supposed to be 450 players here this weekend.
We actually sold out our first round of tickets in around 2 weeks. And then we opened up the second round of tickets, and so now we have just under 450 registered players. In a nutshell, it takes usually 2 to 3 months to prep for each op to get ready to have a good experience for our players.
Yeah, this is actually my favorite event of all the American Milsim events. This is the one I make sure I come to.
How many have you done so far?
I've done 4. It's my 4th one.
This is 32 events for me.
2H bandages, yes or no? Yes. You have your dead rag. Yes. You have full seal. Yes. You're going to follow the rules. Yes. You have your medical card. Yes. It is filled out. Yes. Okay, and you're gonna have a good time today. Yes.
This is an amazing thing. I mean, not a lot of civilians will actually get to come to a military installation and do training or play. I mean, this is a unique thing that AMS is bringing to the community itself. I mean, like I said, I've been to Fort Hood several times, even when I was in the military, and these AOs, they just keep getting bigger and better. It's gonna be a hell of a day. Weather's shining, guns are blazing, batteries are charged, we're ready to go. Basically, us as CR Dynamics, we're a corporation that is trying to better these civilians and hopes in bringing them better jobs, but they're being very, very disgruntled towards us. We have to take all actions necessary with these civilians anytime we can, so.
Basically doing the same thing here, just making sure we keep, that evil corporation out of our town. You know, we're civilians, and that's what we're trying to do, is just make sure our freedom and our liberty are withheld.
Right now, my team, we're pinned down in building 23, but I mean, we're trying to just hook around, catch the enemy in a crossfire because they're mainly focused on the larger force. So we tried to do a small little insurgency from behind.
We are coordinating some late afternoon attacks and strategy.
Currently running as a lone wolf, not affiliated with any other teams right now. But that's kind of a good thing because that means I can go play with whoever I want to, right? I can just go attach to whatever team if they need some help and go get experience a whole lot of different stuff with airsoft.
CDF's kind of taken a lot of it over, but we're going to try to long around, flank them, and come back and hopefully get some of these buildings and stuff back.
We've actually been having a hard time. These cities have been giving us 9 miles of hell in there, and we're trying everything we can do to get into these buildings and try to get intel and push these guys out.
For today, I'm going to be using the new KWA Mod 2 QRF. So it's got the straight mags, 140 round capacity. I think it's going to be killer for these CQB environments where you're breaching into the doors, real close corners, tight corridors. You want to be as light and as fluid as possible, and I think that gun's going to be pretty perfect. I'm excited to try it out.
So we have the KWA RM4 Ronin series. I actually have about 13 of the RM4A1s that we use for our training division for our local law enforcement. And then also I have a Centurion full recoil system as well.
And my first gun was a KWA SR12, which is phenomenal. I still have it. I'll never get rid of it. It was a phenomenal gun.
2 KWs. I have a TK45 and the first Ronin. And that's my backup guns for here.
I actually have the T6. Love the range. It's really nice. The mags being smaller on the TK makes it handy. You can fit more, and it's been a reliable gun when I've used the TK.
I was like super excited when this was actually released as well. The KWA TK45C Special Edition. The things that drew me to this was the ambidextrous controls, because as you see, I'm picking it up like a left-hander, so I'm a left-handed shooter. And the variable FPS system in the back where you can dial it up or down by 40 FPS. Is almost like having a free spring in here, because I put a spring in here and dialed it to just where I wanted this thing. So it's almost like having the variability of an HPA where you can get right to the FPS you want.
So this is the new KWA QRF Mod 2. It's your normal kind of subcompact 9mm platform, but they've done something really cool with it and created a completely new design. There's not a real one of these out there. It's fully ambidextrous fire selector, semi, auto, as well as an M4 mag release, which I know is a big thing for a lot of people. And I love the fact that it's on here. That's also ambi as well. 120 round mag capacity in these little straight mags. So for clearing building stuff like we've got here at Reindeer Games and these really tight kind of corridors, hallways and whatnot, it'd be so easy for just whip this thing around.
KWA is wonderful equipment. I recommend it to anyone.
KWA all the way.
Like Marshawn Lynch says, I'm about that action boss.
So this is what you call a good old-fashioned ass whooping. They used to call these Guardian missions, and essentially what they're medevac missions. And they expect us to find somebody who's been critically wounded, apply first aid, and safely transport him. So what you saw the actor doing, which he's doing a great job, is he was simulating cardiac arrest, trouble breathing, and we're supposed to know how to react and fix it. He was starting to have a seizure, couldn't breathe, so we rolled him on his side, cleared his airway, made sure he didn't bite his tongue. Then we got him onto the sked, started dragging him, and he actually died about right here, and then I did mouth-to-mouth and resuscitate him, and then we finished the objective. So I'm about to go see if that was the right thing to do or not.
Mostly everyone's just following the rules. All the grenades are blowing my eardrums out. The incoming fire, the DV zipping past your head is just extraordinary.
SD is moving in from this direction, occupying these houses and the trees over behind us.
I'm always pumped, man. I do about 10, 15 national events a year. I get pumped up like right before, like butterflies going, my muscles are just ready to go. About 3 hours into it, I'm gassed. So I got about a good 3 hours of fight in me, and then after that we kind of slow down. But no, this is always fun, man. I get to see all the homies, see everybody from all over the country. It's kind of like our hinging point. We're just a bunch of friends that just like to shoot and have a good time.